Hi, it's Sir Moderates a lot here from Born and Raised. Today we're going to be working with a porcelain agate, which has a very high white powder mineral content. I don't know exactly what the mineral is. Be like a chalk or like I'll leave that up to the experts in their field. But what I know is that they fracture real easy and you don't see where they're going to fracture until they do. So the rock will look pretty solid, but they're extremely brittle. So I've set the thin blade up because it's the best one for getting a drama free trim. Right now I've changed the blade because I wanted the ability to cut and to abrase. And if you look closely at the green blade there, you'll notice that there's about 12 mil of diamond crust that runs up the side of the blade. See my finger extending there? Right, you don't want to do that with this blade. And I just reminded myself of that. Because on the other blade it's got 6 mil of diamond crust on the rim, but no, this one. Yeah, you find that out the hard way, and I'm only compelled to brace the disc because with the ultra thin blades, they'll often warp. So what am I doing? I'm probably working on the backside of the stone. I'm making the whole stone, if you imagine it like a rhombus. If you look at it for the side elevation, I want it V-shaped so that it can sit down. It can be seated is the word. It can be seated in whatever housing that I print with the laser. Yeah, so I'm pushing it down. It's just super quick with this blade. It's brilliant. And don't worry about the water, no touching the work surface. The water isn't there to cool the stone or anything like that. It's just there to keep the dust down. Like it will have a small cooling effect, which is good, but the blade's well protected, and I don't know enough heat would ever build up in the stone for you to even notice really in your fingers, unless you were like your finger was like a couple of mil and you were leaning hard. Yeah, so heat's not the issue. I'm inclined to try and brace the blade again. You learn that the hard way. With a bald. You get a bald finger. So what I'm doing at this stage is faceting the face of the stone, which is probably the most technical and most high stress part of the process. That's why I'm on the mid range. I stepped into the mid range abrasive for stability and security for doing this stage. I don't want any big flakes coming off. I don't want any shatters. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking it right down. If you want to have a look, you see the tapers that are at 45 degree. Yeah, that's what I'm doing just now. I'm putting those facets into the face of the stone. Give it a nice 3D boss. Just everything I do is to add impact and to bring the gemstone up to its maximum, just its maximum potential. Yeah, just hewing a rough rock into beautiful gemstones. Yeah, there we are. I'm just gently pressing down. It's no of utmost importance. It's of fairly high importance that I break the 90 degree that's on the stone. Like, see, rather than going for any sort of finish here, what I'm intending is to push the 90 degree back with as few fractures as possible to a 45. So I'm just dividing. I'm just dividing it to 245 degrees from a 90 into 245, and that any engineer will know that that's going to solidify an object. In particular, one with a intrinsic crystalline structure.